I still remember the sound of the pen, that soft click before I signed my name. Steady, graceful, final. It wasn't anger that moved my hand. It was relief. Because by the time my mother-in-law handed me those divorce papers, I had already buried the marriage quietly, efficiently. We were at a restaurant she'd chosen, some overpriced place with too many mirrors. She waited for the dessert tray to arrive before making her announcement. "From all of us," she said, smiling like it was a toast. And there it was, my birthday gift wrapped in humiliation, my husband recording from across the table, waiting for my tears to perform for their entertainment. But I didn't cry. I thanked her, signed the papers, and pushed them back like the bill. She thought that was the end of her show. She had no idea what I'd already done. I met him 8 years ago. He was the kind of man who made silence feel safe. We built our life together piece by piece. His career, my sacrifices, our plans, and somewhere along the way I became his background. He stopped seeing me as a partner and started treating me like a pause between his ambitions. Still, istayed until I noticed the patterns. Late-night client calls, perfume that wasn't mine, his mother's sudden warmth after years of cold indifference, and the way they both started smiling a little too much when I entered the room, like I was the punchline of a joke I hadn't heard yet. It was the small things that told the truth. A reflection of her earring on his phone screen, her name hidden under Dr. Malik, and then the message that confirmed everything. She still thinks we're planning her birthday. I didn't scream. I didn't confront. I just watched. Collected evidence, not emotions. It was almost surgical, observing the two people who'd carved their laughter out of my trust. The first thing I did was visit a lawyer. Quietly, I changed the ownership on the house, my father's down payment, my signature on every loan. The business account we'd opened together transferred. Every email, every bank slip, every document tied neatly into a file marked insurance. And then I smiled through the following weeks, played the oblivious wife, let them believe their act was flawless. Because revenge, when done right, doesn't shout. It signs documents. It moves assets. It prepares exit strategies while the enemy is still laughing. That night, my birthday night, was supposed to break me. But the truth was, it completed me. When I walked out of that restaurant, I didn't just leave a marriage. I left the stage they built to mock me. They didn't know what followed. The next morning, my husband received an email from the bank. His card declined. The joint account frozen, the business account mine. His mother's investment property under investigation for tax fraud. A gentle tip I'd sent to the right department with her own emails attached. It took them 2 weeks to understand the scale of what I'd done. By then, he was living in his mother's house again, and I was living in the apartment I'd bought, paid in full, with his forgotten signatures. He came to see me once, stood outside my door with that look of disbelief. "Why?" he asked, like I was the one who betrayed him. I didn't answer right away. I just handed him a small envelope. Inside was a copy of the restaurant video, the one he'd recorded to humiliate me. Only this time it had subtitles. Every whisper, every smirk, every look between him and his mother translated into words that stripped them bare. I uploaded it the moment he left and watched it spread one share at a time until their laughter became public property. He lost his job within a week. She lost her reputation, and I found peace. People think revenge is about anger. It's not. It's about clarity. About reclaiming the silence they stole from you and making it echo in their lives. I didn't destroy them. I simply returned what they gave, just refined. Now when I think of that night, I don't remember their faces. I remember the calm, the way the pen felt in my hand, the way freedom sounds when it's disguised as a signature. Because that's when I realized they hadn't given me a divorce. They'd handed me an alibi, and he finally found out who took his place. Me.